Bit risky going scouting here with the spiders running about. Flying in it, so I probably should go up here. A bit better protected from the dwarves. Also, the dwarves don't seem to have a massive presence here, so we should definitely engage them quickly. Or that changes. Mythical! Although this is too late to start hunting for equipment like this. I mean, if we find some, great, but here's the button. And we ran out of movement right in front of the enemy. Yay! Multiple paths. Just a kobold. I wonder, is it a trapped kobold? Like, it seems like an easy target for you to just scrounge up some extra experience, but if you take it, you're taking in a lot of extra trouble at the same time. Alternatively, if you ignore it, it causes an alarm or something. We do have a city. We also build a city here, I suppose. Eh. One of you has to attack the dwarves there. Rolar is a good option for that. If I can get a couple of extra guys within, that'll be perfect. They have to be living. We could go with the spiders, maybe try to get an extra guy from that. Definitely no undead. Nice, but I can... Hellhound. It wouldn't be an undead unit, but I don't really have that much mana income at the moment. Might be able to get a Hellhound or a Nightmare out of that one. You do have seduction abilities, right? A single extra character possible to get. We could get a spider out of that one. And I think if they don't have the capability of finishing that, that would also give us additional troops. Point being, this guy is pretty much on his own. And he's capable of being on his own. To do with the army. We'll have to give up one of the bone collectors anyway to make room for the other hero. Alternatively, have the other hero join the hero here. But we need an undead healer, otherwise we can't really, No, we don't. We have a healer here. We just don't have natural healing with the undead. So meaning we can't heal them normally. That would be a 3-hero group, strong enough certainly to make a fuss here. At the same time, I sort of want the mage with the Arvik. Because a single hero, no matter what he is not good enough against the really big battles. You need something more. But do we need the reanimator then in this group? I mean, it's an extra healer, but inflicts despair, I suppose. But I think I'd rather have 2 bone collectors. This is our only city, so I'll leave one of the bone collectors here for the moment. We can tunnel through here. What the hell am I going to do with the settlers? Guess I'll put the 2 undead guys we have extra here with the hero. He can heal them. And I don't like the idea of having moving about without any meds. We are good enough to take this city though. I think that should be our primary target with these. We need to spread our influence fairly quickly. There's a healing special effect on this. Fire attacks wouldn't do all that much here, but it's irrelevant to us. You do have the chance to try to seduce one of them. I would definitely take maybe the reed serpents, at least have a potential to grow. At the same time, we don't particularly need troops. We just don't. The only threat here is this guy. I think he might have a freezing attack or touch. Maybe even attack. Probably not attack because it's a lesser frost elemental instead of a frost elemental. 26 mana. Any targets I could attack that are close by. I don't want to take the haste berries. We'll take them on the next turn. We'll keep the army now together, not to be combined at once. We need to act quickly if we want to save this guy though. Nothing happened? Oh, the city. I'm comfortable with the construction, just wondering about all of it. That's 2 dragons. We're not going there until we at least have the items. 3 extra turns. Let's see how they react to our presence. I'll do next turn to see what happens. Oh, actually, I'm not sure. I might have just save. This is not a thing where we can afford to make mistakes. 2 dragons. I can probably take them down because I have such a numerical advantage, but it's gonna cost me a ton. I don't give a blind crap what you're doing. Yeah, most of the army is gone if we do that. Might be able to do better if I take control of it, but it's still gonna cost me. Question is it worthwhile to wait, or are we gonna have to bite the bullet anyway? The extra equipment should make a big difference though. It's not shitty gear, it's a lot of it. Extra defense, extra offensive capabilities, damage, amount, blight protection. I think they do blight damage, greater whipping touch, night vision, improved wall climbing. This is sort of worthless, and fire resistance. So at least 4 items would directly benefit us. I don't know. I have to think about that. There's just not all that much time to think. We're still heavily in the negative, so if we don't continually push forward, we cannot possibly afford anything. Armies are too big for our current income levels. Okay, I think the plan was always to leave some of the troops here. Most important, I would say, is an actual healer. No. We can healing upgrade to the undead city is fairly trivial to make. Four units at maximum. It's because of the bone collector. I don't think we even had to leave 4 units. We'd also go and start a city here. It's not the best city ever, but just having a city growing there might be worthwhile. Alternatively, screw it. Whatever. This might have been an okay place too. It's just, I don't know if there are okay places coming up later on. Or was I supposed to just take any kind of a place? Oh, come on. I can't wait this long. Definitely empty space there, but it's going to lead to anything useful. Same here. This is one of those things where I'm not just sure if there's a sensible thing to send a hero here to scour these passages. Well, we have troops here. Okay, I think you need to go and go with that group. It's a sufficient force to encounter most enemies that you could possibly encounter there. Same time, the heroes and the undead troops here have to do something constructive. Go after some specific goddamn targets instead of wander about aimlessly in the hopes to lose this encounter. I can't afford that. El Manuel combat. This is the patrol we saw earlier. They have no hope against us. Just free experience for us. I don't really want the ghouls out of it either. But we get some, probably gonna just dismiss them. Alternatively, use them as scouts. That's very useful then. Despair, first, despair. Stun. They're basically worthless. The spirit guy is gonna take so much damage from our main Harvick, so he's easy to take down at this point. There's nothing interesting happening in this fight. There cannot possibly be anything interesting happening in this fight. They simply don't have the attack power to kill anything. I might fluctuate a little bit in hit points, but that's it. Some shitty fire attacks. You're fairly resistant to this. Bodied goat. It's a research site. Fortress. We have Chaos Rift already. Nope. Not sure I want to take it. Go for the Thunderstorm. That's I think I would need to be level 15 anyway. Sphere Protection would also be a nice one, especially if we have to go as a 2-hero team for some time. Study Electricity is another one. I'll sit on the points. I might choose to just go with the Thunderstorm, simply because it's a decent attack spell with no range limitation that you can just freely cast every time. It's a good opening attack type of thing. Right, either we go here and attack the dwarves, or we go here to try to get spiders. The thing about the dwarves is I don't think it'll end here, it'll keep going, so the spiders will also be very useful if we go to the mythical ziggurat. These are not gonna drastically change the situation. I think I'd rather want to go for the spider. It's a couple of extra turns, but there's also haze berries here, so once we go the other direction we can take the berries. And the moment of truth. I think we're gonna have to fight these, however, we are not going to push the issue at the moment. We're definitely keeping the 9-man group. So if they want to come at us, they'll have to fight a large group. Cannot reach their goal because there are goblins. Well, no manual combat. How can they even kill me? Because I can't. Yeah. Because I can't escape. Game says you can. I certainly can't cast any spells here because the dragon fight might still be coming, and the crows are not worth something anyway. Just give it up. Wonder if there's a way to try to just move past them without fighting. Where do you all go? There might be a worthwhile location here. I mean, we need to establish new cities somewhere. And I don't know how much to do. We might establish one there. This is a fortress. It seems like it has stone walls, so we'll get the stone walls automatically transferred to the city that gets created here. Another city might be created here. There's quite a few gold sites here. So either create fortresses to take control of them or establish a city to take control of them. Either way, there's good use for these two to go in that direction. And a good use for the sector to go in the other direction. We'll wait one more turn at least. Hopefully these don't upgrade that. Well, I can easily demolish that, but I don't think I would anyway. Okay, we need control of the fortress. Decent army, but nothing dangerous. Mikle. Defensive structure that can project to me. Ancient knowledge, that's exactly what we need now. Our technology hasn't really been moving forward for a while. And this is like turn 6. No mercy, absolutely no mercy. There's static shield on this fight. More or less that we can't be too careless here. They have static shield, static shield, static shield, static shield. So technically this isn't too bad. We might get a Phantasm Warrior. That would be a unit worth trying to get. So with the apprentices. Shock Serpents too, actually. Huh. Most of them would be worth getting. But the Phantom Warriors would be magical creatures. So there's a little bit of benefit to getting them. They would mix in with every army. All attacks are terrible. This might stun the target at least. Or get most attempts at stunning the target, and it was a success. So he can't attack us, the others don't have the reach to attack us. We only get one attempt at controlling things, so 60%, 55, 55. Not work. They're killing my hero. They succeeded in the shocking. There's literally nothing I can really do to save his life anymore. If I would heal him, it would make no difference. Now I'm stunned. Yep. That's the danger of this place. There's a good chance we'll all die here. Luckily the stunning effect usually doesn't last. We need to kill one of the guys causing stuns. I think this is a eat a corpse day. No, need to kill another one. Yeah, stunned is okay. We will survive or get resurrected. He will get resurrected anyway. Actually, no. The problem is... yeah, this won't work. Unless I can stun him. We're safe. Ah, that was terrible. Way too close considering what a horrible enemy we have here. Like, absolutely pathetic enemy. Shock shield. 106 research points. Mana and extra population from shrines. Could be fireball. Extra casting power wouldn't be a terrible thing. All ghouls have plus 300 morale. This is gonna be our main army. I think I'll take that. Okay, follow up. Very likely defeat. Oh shit. I don't think they really have range attackers that can attack us, so at least I have the luxury of healing ones. Can also heal its own ass, which I don't want to do because I have 15 extra casting points, which would be great against the dragons. So we can't exactly spend those. Some kind of thunderstorm would be great at this point. We're pretty much immune to what they can throw our way, so what we really want is to just get to the edge of the fortress. Yeah, one physical damage is irrelevant. And we will drain life in melee combat, so I don't care about that either. Sorcerer hero can fly away from these, so they can never catch them in melee. Assuming there's a need for that. There's no point for me to attack first because I have first strike ability. I can always just go in the defensive mode to avoid flanking. Alright, not much I can do. So, fight's over. We healed up a little bit through this, so positive fight. Leader level up. 11 points. Not inflict cool curse. I don't want to deal with that shit. The question is, where do we want to go from this? There isn't all that many interesting things here anymore. Evoke Death has some benefits, but only some. I see main benefits in either Bane of the Good or just raising your standard attributes. Our resistance, for example, isn't particularly good. You could always have more hit points. We do use range attacks occasionally, but not really, so we cave crawling. But we're already flying, so who the hell cares? Still, where to from here? It probably makes most sense to follow the road. Alternatively go for this, because we could get the extra units and send them north, so this hero wouldn't have to come all the way here. Treasure site, explore this dungeon for units. Legendary. Okay, another important fight for us. We came here for the Spider Queen, we're certainly not leaving without a fight. Still, 4 enemies that can wave, that's dangerous. The terrain is terrible, which means the hunter spider is the only one who could easily gain access to us. Yay, level up for us. Ooh, we do have charm attempts, so we have 2 attempts. Okay, our chance of getting the spider is quite a bit higher than I thought. He'll try to wave. Doesn't matter if he succeeds or not. This matters. Yep. We still have 1 unit to charm attempt. %. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Try to take these. They'll die. That's fine. That's their only purpose, is to delay things until we get out of the wave. One turn. survive. So don't kill the guy. Shit. Isn't going how I planned. The problem is I can't even attempt to try anything because how this is structured. All my action points will be used up continually. And the spider will eventually die. So I'll never get a chance to do a goddamn thing. Tunneling shield. More or less this was just a gigantic waste. Only against non-flanking attacks. Ooh. Gigantic waste. Well, we did get to level up. The baby brand animal wouldn't be a horrible choice. Or army resistance upgrades. I took the super spell, didn't I? Did I? What the hell have I been taking? I best just show me the goddamn spells. Cold Beast Horde, yeah. Just want to make sure it actually is there. Right. Like the extra resistance might be the best. Spirit protection, and not sure if it's good for these. Extra druidry wouldn't be a horrible idea either. I'll stay down the points. There's no real need to immediately use them. Nothing to do but fight this. We've been unable to use spells at all really because of this. That alone is good enough for a reason to do this fight now. Very likely victory, no shit. We have 45 points we can use. And that's for the main hero. I'm not sure how much the queen has. Pass a battlefield, and can use Death Ray, which they're mostly using against zombies is still worthless. We'll try to ignore this Dragon Roller to the other one. We can't escape this attack range, but we can escape this one as well. At least I think we can. Might be able to cause immobility to it though. Personally, I think that's a gigantic waste of time. 15% chance, that's not exactly a lot of security. Right. Should we attack at all? 35% chance of freezing his ass. That's a good chance. Even if it doesn't work, it'll move. Yeah, half movement points at this point. Problem is, his counter-offensives to everything I do are massively superior to what I can actually do to him. I don't think this affects anything. So more or less we just want to move into attack positions where we might be able to blank. That's it. Did. Did you see what happened there? Not only did we take more attacks than they should have been able to do, but well, because he cut us panic, we ran across his facing, so he got extra attacks after extra attack after extra attack after extra attack. So everything turned to shit. The risk of blocking an escape path, I guess. I don't like our army positioning. I think we should not initiate combat here. We're in a massively better tactical positioning if we let them do the initial attack. We also let it allows us to also start the fight. Multiple choices. Right, we're going to get gas breath, but that's can't really be helped. But this time we can do something else. We can actually gather up our force before the enemy comes at us, so we're not spread about all over the place. I need to choose someone who's pretty much immune to light damage though. Yeah, a gas spray. No one's really resistant to it. So. We'll have to throw away some troops. And the hero will resurrect after the fight. You might want to use the combat attack spell Roots. The reason is it'll reduce their movement. At least have a chance to do it. So we could basically try to at least separate the two of them. 20% chance of it working. That's better than nothing. We don't have anything else to throw their way here. I think we should stay at the edges. They can basically choose to attack us once in melee or use breath attack on us, not both. Immobilize for 2 turns. That's godsend. Because that means only one of the dragons can come at us. This is totally worthless, right? I'm just worried about the range attackers so we can cause flanking attacks. That's a lot of status effects, but like half the army at least is weakened. -1 defense, resistance, morale, and light weakness. Yeah, things are not gonna improve on their own here. Okay. Points. Nice. See if we can immobilize the next one, or keep it immobilized. Probably not, but well knows. 20% chance of freezing this ass. That's actually quite nice. Much larger percentage than I thought we would have. That was totally unnecessary thing to do. He can just attack more times against a single target that way. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Still not dead. And the dragon is close to being dying, so I'll just heal the royal guards. We'll get them back into action sooner this way. And now, flanking attacks with range units, and that will be it. 9 points of life. Yeah. He'll die from this. Do I really want to kill it with that one though? I don't know. As long as it dies, it's no casualties, 2 dragons down. Ham, to arm! They're behind us. Wait. Wait, you are halflings. What are you doing here? I'm not your enemy, I just want to stop Melanis. Might be a necromancer, but I'm also a frostling, and I will not allow Melanis to destroy this world. Really? Well, if what you say is true, we have a similar goal. I followed Carl the necromancer here. Took me quite some time to pick up his trail, and then some more to find a way into this region. It seems he has allied with Melanis. Whatever it is they are up to, it cannot be good. Do you agree to a peace treaty between us? Sure. You are now at peace with Ham. Who isn't? I suppose the Edith the Grey could have also been an ally, but here's the fundamental problem. And we have our first Goblin City. We need a harvester skill so we can start getting population, then the embalmer skill so we can heal the undead. Right, now we can also take the city upgrade. I'd rather take Necromancer's Dark Tower. The Harvester skill is fairly cheap. Ooh, we don't have. It requires research to achieve something useful though. So there's argument about delaying these still. Yeah, Shrine would give us extra population, but without barracks we can't produce shit in the city. At the same time, I'm more interested in the support resources than I am in actual new units. They should also provide extra population. Yeah, 50 from Shrine. Yeah, we're not in a particularly good situation, but That's not that big of a deal. We just need things jump started more than anything else. Builder skill, ooh, burial ground. Mana capacity increased by 100, that's not bad. But without builder skill we can't do much. Construction radius is so piece 4. This would be just take the builder skill. It's a must-have thing to have. Yeah, harvester skill dropped to half the speed. I mean double the speed in construction. We need to kill these independents. Looks like a group of irregulars, nothing too dangerous. But we don't have a healer in this army group. We'll have to use the bone collector as much as possible. It can collect the bones to heal itself. Who cares? So we'll get an irregular unit out of this. Not sure what these guys are gonna do. I'm just gonna park this bone collector next to them. We do have an undead healer, so I'll take that back. We do have bleed capacity. They kill it. I think they can. 2 hit points. The only reason he's alive is because they pummeled. And he's not gonna be alive after this turn. Shit. I can cast some spells, there's no point holding back at this point. This should mitigate the incoming damage at least somewhat. They got a flanking attack, but a one flanking attack. And they even get that. Ghoul Dwarf Scoundrel. I'll take it. No. We need Arvik so we can get the... whatever is in the... for God's sake. In the dungeon. That's the key. Now this is just a little bit of extra gold. Not bad, but not that big of a deal. Burial grounds, definitely. Harvester skill is cheap as shit, and now we'll already paid for that. We do have the structures necessary to produce bone collectors now, though. Right, I was planning to build maybe a city here. At least a fortress. I'm not sure what the exact placement should be, but I need to take control of the gold resources somehow. So at least a structure like that would provide us with extra 20. Cost 100 provides extra 20 gold each turn, so if I keep it for 20 turns it'll pay itself. I mean 5 turns it'll pay for itself. That's pretty much guaranteed. Right. Ham! Okay, here we met Ham. I want to fight with Ham. Succubi and irregulars. 3 assassins. This is gonna be trouble. But we need the troops. Well, we don't need the troops, but the hero group up north is gonna need extra troops. If they happen to be undead, then guess we can still send them there. Not good. On the positive side, we don't have to hold back on casting in any way, shape or form, so yeah, 3. Probably a little bit of an overkill. So what we need is a larger mana storage. That's really key at this point, actually. Currently we might be able to do 1 or 2 big fights, then we're out of mana. To tie down the succubus, but the assassins do have assassination ability, which does a metric ton of damage. Can't underestimate that. Stun it. No. They also have the. Actually, they don't have the spring ability. We just need to prevent them from being able to use this in a flanking scenario. I could kill the fighter. I'll just park my ass here and see what happens. The important thing is that they use their assassination abilities as much as possible. Yeah, it didn't work. Shit. He's gonna die. I can do. One down. Now I can't retaliate anymore. And now I can also go into guard mode. Have the action points. So they pretty much got me. But maybe not. We have life drain. And they don't have their high damage abilities anymore. This is a tough nut to crack. They cannot possibly flank us anymore. So head to head, Arvik will win. 12 hit points left though. I thought I could have eaten the target. I need to be in the exact same things. He'll get a free attack. Yeah, lost. He basically got some kind of specialty attack. I was thinking I might be able to milk the corpses for heals. And now we get to replay everything. It would have been better to intentionally lose Arvik earlier on in the fight, because Arvik would have the resurrection after 2 turns. But we would have needed to do it earlier so the other hero has time to buy the time. Position allows them to easily overwhelm me, so it's not a particularly good one. Point being, we want to keep moving still. Force them to run a bit. Also, you need to stay as far away from that son of a bitch as possible. Lure them here in the corner or something so they can't take huge advantage of their numbers. Their assassin strikes don't allow for retaliation. Whatever I do, I cannot attack. guy also always chain lightning there has. Doesn't really kill anything, but it puts them in a much worse situation. But they're not quite as eager to go to the top our hero. Also, using the assassin strike on Arvik is pretty much a waste. Succubus comes after us. Their last mistake basically, splitting the attack power. All we have to do is sit tight. They have more assassin strikes later, so they'll have to take these at this point. I am sort of interested in maybe getting an assassin. Assassin strike is great. Only chance of getting it. Goblin Assassin. Might as well give it a shot. 78%. Long loading time after combat again. This I don't know why it's back. Ah, now I know why it's back. I've noticed something. Every time that happens, net connection is cut off. It has something to do with your internet connection. I don't see the direct connection, why it would do that, but that's the common factor that I've noticed. A troll, yes please. For God's sake, give me the troll. We don't care two shits about the horse. It's also not an undead troll. So, we don't particularly want it in this group. It's exactly what the other group needs. Yeah, living creatures. We could also send the assassin with them. It's a living creature again. Inflict noxious vulnerability, inflict bleeding wounds, inflict crippling wounds, pass wall. Already a good unit, but can be increased to be even better. Could also mix well in the undead group. It's unnecessary in the undead group. Oh. You gotta level up. Thunderstorm. This can be thrown at the enemy at every god. Ooh, do we have stunning attacks? Yeah, I already have them. Yep, I'll take your Thunderstorm. It's just so convenient to be able to throw something like that, regardless of anything else. It's a good opening move, simply. I don't want to fight them. Because ooh, that's a free level up. That thing. We don't pretty. Ooh, this note holds resources. Yeah, that might be exactly what we need. We like resources. Even if it's just mana crystals, it's definitely welcome. Also, the fight seems fairly trivial. Are they even vulnerable to these? No. Yes they are, because it creates vulnerability, then it's striking lightning. Nope. Guess again. And we're stunned. Ugh. I could heal his ass, but I sort of don't want to. He'll resurrect himself anyway. Yeah, I'm cutting the power to net. I wonder if that helps or hinders things. So we need to aggressively go after these extra pieces of gold, otherwise we can't keep expanding and really do anything. You. What to do with the extra troops here? They don't mix all that well with this group anymore, and if there's a one extra assault assassin coming in, maybe the mammoth, it can generally do a huge amount of damage here and there. That means you have no place to go. Go here. I'm pretty sure I had settlers here somewhere. I'm gonna build a city here. Okay. Pick a path. Friendly beholders. I'm slightly suspicious of that. It's a little bit of gold. Possibly only that. Oh, they offered to join. Okay. That's convenient. The water is good enough, tier 3, that it's worth the cost of extra. Right. Anything else? Still one guy. Really nothing for us to do here. At the same time, I don't feel comfortable leaving this totally undefended. I would at the very least like to know when something goes wrong here. if I just click turn, by the time I noticed that something has gone wrong, this has already been taken. If I have a unit there, I'll have to do a fight there. It's much better. There doesn't appear to be any serious threats here, so I think I'm gonna head back to the city. Right. Can I cast something useful? Hellhounds maybe? No. I'll leave things here. We don't really appear to be doing much, but at the same time, we haven't played this all that much. We're just on turn 7. We need more scouting ability somehow. It takes a huge amount of time if we have to go with the main armies to every place. I'm also not sure if I want to have a real war with this guy, but I can't have a substantial enemy right next door. So it's better to just aggressively attack and play him out of the fight now than to try to play some kind of diplomatic game with him. I don't have a huge amount of extra resources anyway. I don't get mana and I don't have research, and I have such a massive upkeep cost that if I don't continually just keep getting more and more and more, this will basically crumble totally. I need to either lose units or gain massive amount of new cities and bases and fortunes that produce money.